Okay, so the University of Nigeria was founded to lead the intellectual arm of the decolonization process. That's basically how to summarize it. Because people like Zeke thought that it wasn't enough to ask the British to leave. The British had deposited something in the consciousness of the African that you needed to get around somehow, and you need this kind of education. Before UNN, there was University of Ibadan, for example, which was established in 1948, but as an extension of the University College in London, just like the University of Ghana in Legon. But somehow Zeke thought that you needed a shift away from that. What Ibadan had that UNN, what Ibadan didn't have that UNN now eventually came to introduce, is the independence of thinking. The land grant, the university was established as a land grant institution to do locally relevant research. Ibadan was established as an institution to produce the clerks, the manpower just to service the civil service of the colonial civil service. But eventually, somehow, they began to rally themselves to do other things after colonialism ended. So, to restore the dignity of man, Zeke meant that the dignity of the African had been eroded through the slave period and some other, colonial process and all that. You needed an institution to begin to talk to people to restore that dignity, to let people know that they are still fully human despite all that has happened. But somehow, what we have seen, UNN has done a lot in that regard, introducing a lot of things that didn't exist in the Nigerian university system prior. But what we have seen is the unfortunate process of the Nigerianness. Perhaps the name Nigeria in the University of Nigeria seems to be a jinx. Nigerianness has penetrated the institution, seeping through everything from the powers that be influencing the admission process, what students get to be admitted, who gets to be employed to join the academe in the university. Everything has been compromised, and it becomes difficult to continue to restore the dignity of man in that context. But what we need to recognize is that it is UNN has been an has been an unfortunate recipient of the anyhowness that Nigeria has become in terms of institutional the respect for institutionalization. There's an institution that needs to be respected. The bureaucracy needs to be respected, but somehow, because the people who have taken the reins of power think that there's something you call prebendalism. People influence the institutional processes based on who is involved. If they are relatives or they are friends and church members and all sorts of associates involved, they begin to interfere with the process. So this UNN has been an unfortunate recipient of this prebendalist clientelism that Nigeria has become, and it has ruptured the institution.